Okay, now before I start this video, I want to just do a little thing I normally don't. For the people watching, please, before you click off, like most of you already have, if you could tell me what you like that I do in my videos, and more importantly, what you dislike about my videos, what I can improve, I would greatly appreciate it. Still trying to understand how YouTube goes and then not have much luck, so if you would, please, I would greatly appreciate it. But now, hello everyone, this is the RazedGamer back with my 166th video. We're really getting up there. Back with Rimworld. Now I know you're probably expecting Kenshi at this point, and I had every intention to, but things happened, and let's just say I'm not feeling the greatest, and Kenshi requires... it's just a bit more difficult to record in general for me. But so, yeah. But we're back with Rimworld. We're building our magic circle made of uranium. Getting stuff. We have a new recruit that has a plant skill of 11. Which means with this, they'll have a plant skill of over... oh, it's just wonderful. We also have a kid. Mr. Luke Underdog. Nice name. Now we have this big magic circle, which has all these things that you can call. These challenges at the bottom are very difficult things. Each one has different costs. You can call a heat wave in. You can call in a cold snap. Cause high winds across the map. And spells have the amount of casters needed to cast them. More powerful, the more people you need. Amount of mana each of them has to use, and a fail chance. And also a chance of things going bad. Guess Psychic Soothe. Healing Rain. All kinds of stuff. Nature's Gift causes random events to occur. Call the wild, draw wild animals in. Contract a meteor, cause multiple meteors to impact nearby for more materials. Can summon skeletons. Defend the colony for 5 days. Be useful. Possess your spirit. Summons a wandering spirit. We'll have to try that out at some point because I don't know what that is. Mystic Weapon requires a Thrombo Axe, Thrombo Saber, and Unrefined Magicite. Makes a powerful weapon. Arcane Augmentation. Applies numerous arcane buffs to colonists. I'm sure they're temporary, but we'll try it out at some point. Blights all wildlife with the plague. Okay. Rage Predator Beast on the map nudge the rage towards your enemies. Useful defensive situation. Searches arcane revelations for inspiration. Don't really know what that does either. Divine Blessing. Huh. You know what? 3 casters, 300 silver, 250 magicite. I don't know. Maybe we'll do this some point, maybe we won't. But we have a magic circle, we have everything going. I'll take a moment to figure out exactly how I want to do things from here. Okay, I have our guys setting up a ritual right now. Tracked meteors, cause some meteorites to fall. Taking a magicite to steal and all that needed for it. Now this system is real finicky. To get your guys to go and start the ritual can be... sometimes it doesn't want to work. And also, little thing during the ritual, sometimes your people will wander away and you have to draft the person leading it and restart the whole thing. It's just a mess at times, but... okay, did the ritual. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meteorites landed nearby. some marble, some sandstone, some limestone, some slate, some limestone. But more importantly, we got a chunk of silver ore over here, decent amount of money there. Got some jade, useful material, and we got some gold. That was a good ritual. Glad I chose that one to be the one we'd test this out with. Just looking at other ones, stuff like Nature's Gift, cause random events to occur. I believe that works. It just causes a random in-game event to happen. Usually a positive one, but that's all it does. Which can be good. I mean, you could get like rare animals to appear. You can also, though, get stuff like stuff that's not really worth it, like I don't know, one of the animals in the map just self-taming, or like some pigs showing up. You know, not really useful for us. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. That's not what I thought that quest would be, but rescue this random person that won't tell us anything about them. We just have to take out 5 turrets, a mortar, and 2 Imperials. Well, buddy, screw you. And screw you. Major break risk. Yeah, you got some negatives. Stop hitting on all the married women, Marith. Yes, you're a paladin. So what? Why are you hitting on all the married women? I mean, sure, there are no other female characters here. The only female characters here are married or undead, but just don't hit on anyone then if you're feeling like that. Sheesh. But now from our ritual, you got some gold. We're gonna have some jade. And we get some money, because from the silver. Cost us some steel. Some magicite. Some magicites is unfortunate to lose, but no, we've actually gotten a good amount of the chunks on the map. The chunks around, the easy chunks around our base consumed. They go over and consume the dead body. Out of context, that sounds horrible. But whatever. Yeah, the chunks that we use to create magicite, a lot of them, we have granite chunks, which we can start consuming, but we have a number of limestone chunks, I guess, for more magicites. There's plenty of stuff outside all over the place, but they're a bit further away to grab. So they take a bit longer. Yeah, let's start infusing chunks again. You know, just for the sake of the one guy. Hey, Marith. Marith, you have a chemical need. Eat some ambrosia. There, you got rid of a bit of your chemical need. Eat more ambrosia. There, we've dealt with your chemical problem. Improves your mood. Now stop hitting on them. Stop hitting on people. Okay? Oh, now the plant guy's nearly... he's getting to the point where he will be able to be recruited soon. It's great. Look at all that jade. We had to go and buy jade last time we needed some. That sucked. Now we got some jade. Get a little bit of magicite back as well. We got some gold also. Good chunk of gold, in fact. In fact, so much is raising our the value of our base. Chunk spacecraft, yeah. We've reached moderate expectations, so everyone got a mood negative. It's unfortunate, but also need to deconstruct these because we don't need to steal from it, but we don't have a steady source of components. You can never have too many components. But our planter... You know what, you can't do hauling or cleaning work. It's unfortunate, but whatever. Just getting everyone there and they figured out. You know what? All you need to do is plant stuff. Really? That's it. That's what we got you here for. That's what you're here for. Use the plants, side trainer. Shot you from a level 11 to level 15 with plants. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Let's make a pair of pants as well. For the new recruit, just because. They don't care about it, but ratty apparel. Drop the freaking sash then. It's considered ratty apparel. And now that we have the planter, this can just be the temporary zone for it. Parasite thorn bush. Okay, you're busy harvesting food. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. We'll have you a bed. We'll make another place. Another room. Breakup? Zandy told Nick Falos that's not working out. Zandy and Nick Falos no longer in a relationship. Oh! Why? What happened? Zandy, why? You even have a good opinion of Nick Foss. You had a good opinion of him. He has a 29% chance to immediately romance her back and get back together with her. I mean, he could really has a decent chance of just getting back together with her right now if he wanted to. What the hell? Wonder why it didn't work out. She broke up with him despite having a higher opinion of him than he has of her. Oh. Oh, okay. Guess we need more rooms now because we have to have another room for Nick Foss since his relationship just ended. That's unfortunate. Huh. Well, I guess it happens. Don't really have a reason for why it happened, but okay. I mean, Raze and Cinder are still going really strong. Raze with his 95 opinion of Cinder. Cinder with her 66 opinion of Raze. Alright, well... Don't really know what to say. Wasn't expecting that. I guess that's what I have to say. Huh. Well, Zandy, you did... I guess it's... This is your room to begin with, Zandy. I guess it's right that you broke up with him, so he should get to bed, the old room. I mean, that's just feels right, but I just wonder why. Well, Raze and Cinder's relationship seems to be going fine regardless. That's nice. I'm still just confused as to why it happened in the first place. Huh. Well... Things happen. Things just... happen, I guess. Okay, now not much has happened since last stop, but something I should point out. Marath, is a sanguinophage. Because that, they have to death rest. I'm going to send them to death rest. They'll be out for 4 days, where they just won't be able to do anything. All the things we've really accomplished since then is we built got someone with enough skill to build a geothermal generator, and built one. That's about all we've really done in the meantime since last time, but it is something that's worth mentioning, I feel. We also smelted some arcalium, the good material of it. Why would we make that? Okay, stop confusing chunks for a bit. Why we do that? Because... Okay, we'll get the chunk off of there. Is that I want to gonna use it. It's basically the best, one of the best metals we have for making armor. Metallic armor, at least. And think of making the bracers a deflection. Makes it, the wearer has a 30% chance to block attacks, melee attacks, and projectiles. Blocked attacks are deflect against enemies to innate cells. Gives protection to the arms. But the biggest thing on it is, of course, that, like I mentioned, 30% chance to block projectiles. Just powerful. Bracers of defense, which give a 40% chance to block physical attacks. Only physical attacks, though. So I will be going for the bracers of deflection. Now that I think about it, since these only cover the arms, the idea was to make it out of arcalium, because you can see, look at the blunt defense. Massive difference between steel and arcalium, but it is just for the arms, which aren't really vital parts of the body for being real here. It's not like, of course they're important, but they're not like, you know, shots to the head or the body. So maybe I should just make some out of steel, especially if we're going to be making a lot of them, because we want them for everyone that fights, because obviously it's a big bonus. The slot they take off is the artifact slot in the person, which special body parts added in this mod and Rimworld of Magic. It'd be nice just to give people some bonuses. Other stuff I'd like to start making, like robes the Archmage, but I'm saving up, waiting until we get some like the better material. Preferably, Mana Weave is decent, is good. Thrumbo Fur is really good, but Thrumbos are rare animals. It's actually a random event that they appear from random events. So I guess one option we could do is just do Nature's Gift until they eventually show up, because they would eventually get the event for it, but that's a lot of material to basically roll over and over and over and over and over ad infinitum. So, man, you know, Kustoit, whatever, Stoit, it's been like 2-3 days where the only thing you have to do is, you know, plant, and you still haven't planted all this. No, it's a difficult plant, but I mean, come on. It's the only thing you have to do during the day. I feel like it shouldn't be that difficult. Medical emergency? Oh, let me guess. Hypothermia. Oh, that's not what I was expecting at all. How do you have hypothermia? It's not... I feel like it's not cold enough for hypothermia to start kicking in. 15 degrees Celsius, yeah, that's not cold enough for hypothermia. Alright then, I guess. Cinder, put a magical heater in here. This will quickly get rid of the hypothermia. No, raise it to 20-something degrees Celsius. That's more than enough. Nice, like dangerously high. This devil strand that we're growing over here still hasn't grown. We need it for the high-level magical crafting of stuff, of scribing stuff. Haven't gotten it though. Really don't know how you got hypothermia. I really don't know. But I guess we'll keep the fire here for you, the magical heater. Oh, one more thing we did is we put a high-tech research bench to unlock more research. We've unlocked xenogenetics, which means we can really start making this room a room for xenogenetics, which is something that I will get into as we start to make progress into it. I will explain it more. Also, first we're going to get some of the more just basic research, get it done and over with. Things we make consume components, and they can just break where they require more components, and we're going to put stuff in here, though. We're going to put some gene banks. These hold gene packs, which can be used to make xenogerms. They hold basically all the stuff that goes in here, and you can combine them to give your people, a custom xenotype. It's just... got that built. Get some gene banks. Really, we only need one. We'll only need one for the time being. Each gene bank can hold like 5 different... How many is it exactly? Each gene bank can hold... Not saying how many you can hold. They can hold multiple Xeno gene packs, though. And other stuff that we can make we'll make as we get to the point where we can use it. Like a gene extractor, which lets you, well, extract a number of make gene packs from different colonists. I'll explain since it's night. Basically, it takes random ones from all these and combines, takes like 2 things, 1 to 2 of them into a gene pack, and it's okay. That's a gene that you can add in a combiner to make. It sounds complicated. It's really not. Once we get some gene packs and we get some stuff, I'll explain it. There's an extractor though. It extracts these genes randomly. We don't have many people with useful genes. I mean, all we have really are these. I guess I could have Zandy. Zandy could potentially have some good genes extracted, so I guess we can make a gene extractor. We don't have enough steel. Wow, we burned through our steel stockpile. Alright, well, we had a ton of steel. Not anymore. Guess we have used a lot of it for different things, but wow, I didn't expect to run out of steel already. We just used a lot of it recently, though, so just go and mine out some of the steel and build the gene extractor, and I can give an cheap and easy explanation of how it works. Dun, dun, dun. Also gives us more incentive to take prisoners. If you ask why, well, we'll get to that in a bit. Get to that once we have this. Well, it's simple enough. Take prisoners, you can extract their genes. Simple enough. Gene extractor. Insert a person to have their genes extracted. And Zandy, you're a hard worker. Let's get some of your genes here. Takes a while, 12 hours. Sheesh. And while we're here, let's make this. Actually, instead of we'll just. Well, all the floor except that little space right there is. Save for one little space is. You can smooth down rock floor to make nicer floor, but there's a bit of dirt here. And if it'll make it all look wrong. So, man, that's gonna be expensive as hell. That's gonna add a lot of value. It's gonna take forever. And it's gonna take up massive amounts of our slate. Which means we're going to have to start doing wood cutting stuff. Make granite blocks. Do until we have 1,000. Hopefully the undead move to that instead of Nycphos. Oh yeah, just take you off of that. And Meatball, once they're done mining, will start. Okay. Yeah, simple enough work, actually. But once Zandy's done with the gene extractor, I'll explain it. We'll get to see what genes got taken out, what genes got extracted, and how it all works. A raid of Mechanoids has arrived. Ooh. That's unfortunate. Much rather be humans. Humans are much easier to deal with than mechanoids. Especially when our person has explosive shots that deal more damage to mechanoids is... well... downed currently. Oh, and these... there's this Mechanoid Tesseron. Has a sweeping laser that just lights things on fire. Fog of Torment's not gonna really be helpful in a... really be helpful here to hurt them, unfortunately. Scout here. Cover's not gonna do us much good. Like the pikemen. And the lancer cover is helpful, but... other than that, not really. This might be the thing telling me, hey, buddy. You need to have set up your defense. Your defenses need to have been set up by now. They need to be set up a long time ago. I need to make 2 arcane gems of wonder in exchange for some of this stuff. Another Archotech arm. We have 1. 2's better than 1, obviously. Bionic eye stuff. Anti-grain warhead. Powerful, powerful weapon there. Hey, what happened to the other undead? I had this conversation before and I made a new undead, and now they're gone. Again. This is the second time this has happened. Why are my undead just vanishing into thin air? I know I had 3 undead last time. Why do my undead keep vanishing? Sandy, you're starving. Well, once your genes are extracted, it'll be fine. Okay, but this really actually kind of become a problem. Why am I undead reducing in number? Because it's important that I have more undead to help me in fights like this. It's really important. It really is. Gotta light people on fire. Gene extraction. Okay, Zandy got a gene extracted. Let's expect in gene. Awful with animals. Long shot. Quick study. Are the genes from it. Awful animals can be fine. Long shot doesn't make much of a difference. Honestly, feel like these should be like 120%, 110% instead of global learning factor. That's great. Now, the thing is, for these, if you eject someone, they get all of these. You can't choose, oh, I want them to have just quick study. No, you get all of these with this gene pack. And there's metabolic efficiency. The lower the efficiency, the higher the efficiency, the less a person needs to eat. Lower efficiency, the more they need to eat. So, well, not great. Negative things give metabolic efficiency. Positives give negative. You have to bank gene packs because they will deteriorate over time if they're not being controlled. I really want to know why my undead are just vanishing into thin air. Putting a barrier up to prevent enemies from getting to me, prevent some enemies from attacking. Oh, damn it. Take that out. Take the Scorcher out. The undead fighting there. Cinder got slightly burned, not a big issue. Our undead are taking out those guys. And all of them are dealt with. Dealt with the problem. Now I just need to grab the body. Oh, there's still the one I didn't notice. Hey, undead, go deal with that. Once they get into melee range, it'll stop shooting. Being easy to pick off and just beat up. Why are my undead just vanishing into thin air, though? That's a real problem. Because having like 3 undead fighting is much better than 2 undead. Hell, when you get to like numbers of like 5 or 6, it's even better. And there's the things like, these guys are my miners, so why are they just disappearing into thin air? It's a problem I need to figure out. And something I'll try to figure out in a moment, but also one more thing to point out with gene extraction. After you extract, person gets gene loss shock, some negatives. Also, their genes have to regrow. This process doesn't have any direct health effects, however, extracting a person's genes while they're regrowing will kill them. Just outright. And for characters like sanguinophages, it takes a long time for their genes to regrow. So you can't just get a bunch of people with their abilities. Okay. Well, it turns out I'm just an idiot because Shakovesh, I guess I thought they weren't undead. They are, so they're a missing undead. I'm just an idiot. That was on me. Just wanted to point that out. I figured that out. That's entirely on me. Just being an idiot. Just so we're clear. Hey, if you're watching to this point, tell me I'm an idiot in the comments. Please. I really deserve it. Okay, well. Since last time, well, I've sent Zandy out to sell some stuff and found an interesting little item for us to purchase. Where is it? A torn script for chronomancy. Teaches a gifted pawn how to become a chronomancer. The arcane script's incomplete. Basically, this means that you can teach someone to become a chronomancer, but they may not start with all their abilities unlocked. They probably won't. It's a nice find for us. But we don't have any magically gifted pawns currently. Well, this arcane gem of insight, we actually are. We can make this arcane gem of insight, which will give us a pawn magically gifted, and then we can train them, have them read the script to become a chronomancer. And to accomplish this, I've had Raze working on the tailor bench for a while. Why am I still using a hand tailor bench anyway? I don't know. But yeah, I've had Raze working at it for a while because he didn't have a high enough crafting skill, and no one else is anywhere close to having a high enough research skill, so yeah. We've had the Arcane Gem of Insight made. Gem of Arcane Insight. Which means that we can give someone a nice little... something nice. Cinder, you could make another magical heater, but it would reduce your maximum mana even further, which isn't great. Let's just build a heater. A heater at least for Raze and Cinder's room because, you know, they have a kid. But yes, I've gone through and decided that Kistoit, I think that's how you say his name, is going to become our chronomancer. So I'll use this. Gain magically gifted. You have the ability to become a wanderer, which can learn all standalone cantrips and improved cantrips, but that's not what we're going for. Read this chronomancy script, and he's a chronomancer. Just a fine person here. They work a little slower, and he didn't get any of his abilities to start out with. He literally gained no starting abilities. Well, that is something. That is a bit of unluckiness. A bit. Hey, that's a ton of unlucky. That's really unlucky, but it's fine. It's fine. Once he gains enough experience, we can learn these abilities. Where's the book that gives magical experience when read? We have a book, but just... Maybe I'm blind. Well, how my vision is, I am, but not seeing the book anywhere. No, don't equip the damn wood. Yeah, I'm just not finding it anywhere for some reason, unfortunately. Huh. Well, I actually had a plan to have, you know, him immediately start using that, to have him, like, read the book to immediately get some magical experience to get him up, because chronomancers have some really good abilities. Really useful supportive abilities is the best way I can put it. Prediction allows you to have a chance to predict events that will happen in the future, and Alter Fate gives you the opportunity to change those events to something else. Like, he can see something like... Well, first off, having it active gives negatives and bonuses. Like, decreases consciousness but makes them more likely to avoid physical attacks. Having it prediction active reduces their mana generation. They're predicting events. They can predict, like, oh, a volcano is going to erupt and cause ash to pour over the area, or toxic fallouts, and you can alter fate to change it. Now, this can backfire to cause an even more severe or the butterfly effect. The higher level alter fate is, the more things you can undo. But the more important ones, in my opinion, is really accelerate time. You can use accelerate time on inanimate object. It'll cause it to deteriorate, cause it to disassemble into space components. If you use it on a living pawn, they're more resistant, but it will increase their movement speed and manipulation speed. Neutral in stuff like plants will experience rapid growth. The big one is the more important one. You can make plants grow faster. Really freaking useful. Used on a location or on a hostile enemy, all enemies in the area will be cursed with rapid aging. They'll drain rest and energy from the target, accelerate health conditions, and make them get older. Used on friendly pawns, you gradually make them older, and you can cancel it with reverse time. Reverse time can be used to, well, does the opposite. You can use it on inanimate objects to regenerate them. Use to restore rotting food, decaying equipment. Using it on one of your pawns, you can reverse their aging, make them younger. You can remove ailments that were caused recently, such as wounds. If someone's recently injured, you can undo their wounds, diseases, and the like. And at high levels, let's see. Skill level 3 you can use on someone that's deceased in the last 2 hours to attempt to revert them to before they undo their death. However, that will put the chronomancer and the pawn will suffer from memory and skill loss. And in all that talking he's gotten, accelerate time available. let's do it first thing. We have all of this devil strand that's been growing, 61% grown in the middle. This is the range, 61% grown, 69% grown, 8% just from that. This is a very slow growing thing already, so just that much alone is significantly more. Honestly, it is just a big increase. It might not seem like much, but it is. Now get back over here and do it again. As you see the change, it takes a bit of time for it to change to take place, but we upgraded it, so now it's increased it by 12%. Look at that. Suddenly we went from 61% growth to 89% growth. That boost to that magic skill there improved the, I said 12%, but a lot more. I'm blabbering on. Basically, we can get these stuff that's like taking forever to grow and make it grow a whole lot faster. It's very useful. And now we have giant insects that are coming out of the ground. The warg there is running away as perfectly reasonable. Okay, guys, let's come over and let's deal with these insects that are emerging. Put a fog of torment down. I said let's put the fog of torment down. Left one of the undead behind, I know, but it's fine. Flo's greater understanding of magic. Let's prove your orbital strike. Boom, Nick Flo's is just doing tons of damage with the explosive shots. Oh, and there's only one real insect left for us to kill, along with this. The hive. Now, I will say, you may ask, why do you need to kill the insects? You can just leave them there, and yes, you can. You can 100% leave the insects there to just... Well, if enemy comes by and runs through here, well, the insects are going to attack them. So you know what? It is a perfectly viable. As long as you can deal with the repercussions that can come of it. What I mean by that? I mean the insects will naturally start digging through walls and into stone and stuff whenever they can. Which, I don't feel like I really need to say, they'll break through this and they'll expand. More insects will constantly be born from the hive, so they'll become more time that passes, the longer and longer and so unimaginably longer it takes for them to... The longer and longer it takes for them to, more dangerous they become. Okay, well, I was going to end the video right after that assault, but there are thrumbos here. I mentioned them. They're rare. They only appear when certain events happen. They're animals that are really valuable. If you tame one, they have a metric ton of health, live a long time, eat a ton of food, unfortunately, but other than that, they're just awesome altogether. They're powerful. Their fur is also worth a ton. They provide a ton of meat, and when you kill them, you get their horns, which can be used as melee weapons, sold for a ton of money, or in certain conditions, in Rimworld of Magic, can be used to craft certain weapons. So, haha. Yep, Thrumbo will immediately attack. It's attacking us. They deal a ton of damage and they have a ton of health. Like I mentioned. Like, they will rip through our undead with ease. If I'm being blunt. Let's shield. Shield yourself. Now let's try Valiant Charge out on you. It dealt some damage. I've upgraded Valiant Charge a few times to get some bonuses to it. Look, it's taken all of these attacks. It's taken all of these attacks, and it finally went down. We have a lot of people fighting it, to be fair. Perfectly fair. We have a lot of people fighting it. So it went down a lot easier. In case you haven't gotten it. Rimworld of Magic, you come a lot stronger. You get a lot stronger than you normally would. So, you know, you can deal with stuff. They're a lot easier to deal with stuff like this, in case you somehow haven't picked it up. The Fog of Torment, you get it's angry at us. Everyone open fire. Marith, you still have shield. You and you get up there. Unloading it. Yeah. Look at all that. Look at all those bullets it took. That case, magic didn't actually have much to do with it. We just unloaded a metric ton of bullets into it. Into that thrumbo. I mean, look how many shots it took to go down. Now, I could raise the thrumbo as an undead and just have it as a super powerful fighter. You know, just send it out into battle. Basically, just send it out into battle where it then just absorbs a metric ton of bullets. Thrays putting a Fog of Torment down. It could just absorb. It could heal. It'd be healing. Imagine this thing, but healing. Getting a ton of health as it fights. Great. But, I have to say, it is more valuable to us as fur. They are more valuable to us as fur than they are as alive. They are as alive. The ones they would be if they were alive. Oh yeah, they still have that. Do I want to make a Gem of Wonder? That takes a lot of jade. We have it. We have the materials to make it. We could. Artistic. Requires an artistic skill. Well, we can't really make it anyway, so yeah. Sorry. Not sorry in the slightest. 19-year-old child spy promises to join if you rescue him from an area where there are 8 man hunting hares. You know what? We might do that next time, but for now, I think I'm going to end the video there. We got a decent amount of stuff done. We have a chronomancer now. Speaking of it, let's do that. Now some of this devil strand's ready to harvest, and we got some devil strand, which we will use to craft higher level spells. Can actually be used to make the top spells for certain classes, like Raises Become a Lich, Cinder's Scorn, Holy Wrath, Recall. Recall's not that great, I don't think, but and other spells like there's a lot of people we haven't even classes we haven't even gotten into. metric ton of them. We haven't gotten a fire mage, an ice mage. We haven't gotten a geomancer, anything. So many. That means we're going to need more people, really. I mean, Mr. Luke Underdog here, well, he's going to become a mage. I guess we could make Boss a mage, or we could give him a physical boost. Arcane insights. I think we'll be giving him the physical insights. We don't know for sure really, because we don't have any what's the word I'm looking for? Any books for them. Any torn scripts or books to, well, make them into any classes, physical or magical. So, it is what it is. Well, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye.